Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am. Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening to all gathered here in this platform. I believe I'm audible and my screen is visible. Yeah, okay. Thank you so much once again. Just give me a moment to mute my video so that no, it doesn't consume more energy. Thank you so much for this opportunity, ma'am. Usharani ma'am, for giving this opportunity. It's always a pleasure to talk to youngsters because today's topic is something very vital. I think Bhuvana has raised your hand. May I know for what reason, ma'am? Bhuvaneshwariya? Bhuvana. Who is that who has raised the hand? You have something to tell? Okay, maybe by mistake she would have raised it. Okay. So thanks, Usharani ma'am, for giving this opportunity. It's really a pleasure to be among students to talk on entrepreneurship and startups, which is very vital, very essential in today's context. And I'm thankful to the organization too for giving this opportunity to be amidst you today. Just give me a second to move the slide. Yeah. Okay. Just a second. I think the slide is not moving. Just a minute. This in full screen. Just a minute. Yeah. So we'll try understanding today some insights on this theme, entrepreneurship and startup. Maybe 50 plus innovative business ideas. I believe you are the idea generators. I'm not maybe the authority to speak on that, but still today's youth has got a lot of ideas among yourselves. Let us try understanding what is what. Now, how many of you imagine yourself? I want this session to be interactive. Feel free, talk, share your thoughts. It's not a one-way discussion. It should be like people from both the sides across the platform should be able to discuss. You can pause me in case you have any queries. Now we'll try understanding. How many of you imagine working in one company for 30 years? Because today's youth, the Gen Z youth, I just wanted to know from you. Maybe if you are not very keen on talking, at least just share it in the chat. How many of you want? How many of you imagine yourself working in the company for 30 years? Anybody? Let me see the chat. Is there anybody who is interested? No. Okay. Fine. I think this will be holding good. How many of you want flexibility, independence, or impact? I believe because you need these three factors, that is why you're here today to understand what is entrepreneurship and what are the startups which can be formed and how successful you can become. So today we are more bothered about our flexibility. We are not interested to be stipulated across, or we are not interested to stick on to one particular timings. And we don't want to be an S-boss for somebody. We want independence. We want independent thought, clarity. And we want to create an impact in the society. We want to prove something which is commonly good for people around us. And for that, you have to be an entrepreneur. You have to have something on your own. Only then this will work out. Now, generally, when we say what is entrepreneurship, it refers to the process of identifying opportunities, taking initiatives, organizing resources to create value through a new or innovative venture. I think that's the bookish definition which says, this is what is called as entrepreneurship. Now, in today's dynamic economy, entrepreneurship is no longer limited to starting a large company. It also includes small businesses, social enterprises, freelancing ventures, and digital startups. Modern careers are shifting from long-term employment in a single organization to flexible, skill-based, and impact-oriented work. That is why we want entrepreneurship today. Entrepreneurship offers independence, creativity, and the opportunity to solve real world problems. For this reason only, I gave you the first slide, entrepreneurship as a realistic path and not as a risk fantasy. So today's students should have the mindset of ownership, responsibility, and innovation. This will help us to experience a totally a new segment in our life rather being dependent on traditional employment path. So why do we need it today? Because today this is not no more a buzzword. It's something very essential. people have to definitely have such experiences. Why do we need it today? Is because it's increased due to rapid changes in the job landscape. I think all of you are aware automation and
Yes, ma'am.
automation and artificial intelligence are replacing routine jobs, creating uncertainty in traditional employment.
Hello.
So, this is the change which is happening in today's environment. At the same time, you have digital platforms, online payments, social media have reduced entry barriers for new businesses. India's growing startup ecosystem provides opportunities for youth to innovate and scale ideas quickly. Now, this is helping people, and this is how entrepreneurship also supports economic growth, job creation, and self reliance. I think all these words are independent and self explanatory. Economic growth, job creation, you start providing jobs to people, and self reliant, you're satisfied with what you have and you are able to survive. In this environment, individuals who can adapt, innovate, and take initiative will definitely have a competitive advantage. And that is why we say entrepreneurship is actually a relevant and practical career today, not sticking on to the age old employment methodologies. Now, what is entrepreneurship? Now, how do we understand that? Generally, when we say the term entrepreneurship, it's about the ability to recognize opportunities and transform them into viable solutions that create value. So you're able to look out for a opportunity in everything what you come across, and you're trying to create that as a viable solution which will create value to you as well as to the society. In fact, it also involves identifying problems faced by individuals or society and developing innovative ways to address them. Value creation is also one other, maybe the factor, maybe it could be economic, social, or environmental. And that's how entrepreneurship takes its roots in the country. Entrepreneurs calculate and take risk, mobilize resources, and continuously learn from feedback. So, as said earlier, entrepreneurship is not limited to technology based ventures. Please have in mind whenever we speak today, technology is something like which is far attainable, which is something which is not equipable by a common man. All these things are a myth. There are so many such ventures which, as students, you will be able to create and add value to it. So there are different services, manufacturing sectors, social enterprises, and even entrepreneurship within organizations. Now, this essence actually happens to be when you are innovative and you take this initiative and you prove it to be sustainable. And this is actually the meaning of entrepreneurship. Now we'll try understanding the next topic, myth and reality. Now, because, like, say, for example, as students, you always think, okay, to start a business, you need more money, you need lot of ideas, you need technical skills, you need technical inputs, and you need to start big only that people will recognize you. It's all a myth. To be very honest, a common myth is entrepreneurship requires large amount of capital. Of course, you need a minimal investment. And today, that minimal investment can be obtained through a bootstrapping. It can be obtained. It is not that you require huge money. This is one myth. The second myth is the only technology startups succeed. Not at all. There are a lot of non-technical startups. Ideas work, and that is growing at a greater level, and it also gets sustained in the market. Many people believe success happens overnight. It is not true. It is not a magic. It's not something today you sow and tomorrow you reap your success. It's not possible. But in an entrepreneurship, to be more successful, we have to start small and grow gradually over a period of time. Sometimes we may fail, but take it as a learning process in entrepreneurship so that these failures will make you still become more stronger to understand the realistic expectations and cultivate in you confidence, which will help you to come out successful and scale in a greater height. So now the next three quality which an entrepreneur as a student you need to have is learn, adapt, and persist. If these three qualities are there with you, I am for sure you will be able to definitely break down all the myth and try to be more focused on the reality. Now, I think all of you students, college students, most probably, and you are maybe in the either in the first year or the pre-final year, or I don't know whether it's a mix of engineering and arts or management. But it is always why do we talk to college students is because this is the age where you are not pushed to a risky factor. You are not given or you don't observe more risk in this particular period of time. So the broader idea is you have a low risk phase. I'll tell you why it is. You can have mentorship and you build upon networks, and that's a career advantage. Why? Because in college life, there is a low risk environment to explore entrepreneurship. Because in this phase, you have only fewer responsibilities and greater flexibility to experiment. As a student, today, if you look out, colleges are providing access to mentors. There are faculty who can guide you, who can help you, who can support you. Peer networks, friends who are like minded friends who think of developing, who want to be a part of your venture, they support you. And incubation supports. Today, every college, believe me or not, every college has got this predominant factor, which is incubation. Each and every college today have an incubation support, incubation facility to help students transform their ideas into a product or into a successful venture. So this again helps you when you start experiencing all these things in the college life itself. This definitely enhances your resume and improves employability. If at all a venture fails, this learning gained, whatever you gain in your college days, helps you to quickly understand the gaps in between, and you try cultivating the concept of entrepreneurial thinking. So that is why almost all the educational institutions talk to you, counsel you, motivate you, mend you in asking you to take up some opportunity in the field of entrepreneurship. Now, we were talking about entrepreneurship. I'm not a brilliant thinker. I'm not getting any ideas. Generally speaking, from where these ideas are born, ideas come from these areas. Normally, if you see, you get ideas from everyday problems and unmet needs. Sometimes observing inefficiencies in daily life, such as say, sometimes there are poor services, delay, or inconvenience, which can lead to potential opportunity. One of the famous entrepreneur, he said, there is an opportunity. It's not an opportunity, it's a potential opportunity in every challenge, in every roadblock. Whatever comes in front of you as a block, you can always unearth an opportunity in that, and that becomes an entrepreneurial activity. So now, when you are starting about such problems, ideas improve interaction with users and repeated refinement. Please have in mind that the initial idea or some instinct in you need not be successful, need not be perfect. As you start having discussions, interactions with people, what happens is that you start coming out with more ideas, more empathy, so that you start empathizing on the users to understand a very big area which is called as pain points. When you're clearly understanding the pain points of people, you will start evolving it through an experiment. You will start understanding where the actual gap is. Now, to be very honest, all the ideas are not perfect. That's what I'm telling you from the beginning. Not all ideas need to culminate as a project. Everything will not be like now say it's not a green signal in the initial stage. You have to constantly, like what do you say, filter, observe, filter, and experiment and again get feedback from the people, from the users, and try to build upon the particular pain points. One main factor is constant and consistent observation and curiosity will give birth to innovations. If you are very sure about observation, if you are constantly looking out for what next, what will happen, how to go about, how to improve, if you are so inquisitive, that will definitely help you. You will start finding out something very new, and that's where an idea becomes successful. And this idea, what is getting generated, will help each one of you to have a thorough awareness about what it is, and you start identifying problems where there is a need for your involvement to get scalability or maybe to start something on your own. I just wanted to quickly tell you some areas. Of course, I'll share with you. I think the PPT is already done in the chat. I'll share with you 50 ideas because the topic says 50 plus innovative ideas. But these are some ideas which will definitely help you. See, if at all you are an engineer or if you're having a technical background, digital entrepreneurship is today a market because digital entrepreneurship uses or leverages technology to solve problems efficiently and at scale. It can be used at a larger number, right? For example, you have chatbot, you have tools which can be used for small businesses, You have no code websites in case you are from a non-technical background. These ideas, for example, will often require skill knowledge rather than capital. If you are having the skill, you can become your own boss. You need not bother about the investment because automatically investment will start pouring in. The scalability and global reach of this digital ideas makes it very attractive. But again, have in mind, before you launch it, try to experiment it, validate with customers, and then jump into it for a large investment. Now, the next area, maybe this is something which is very old practices, but earlier days, campuses were not offering these facilities, but today, campuses encourage these facilities. When we say campus-based businesses, it focuses on solving student-specific problems. Hostel services, I've given some ideas, peer tutoring, notes sharing, and campus food delivery are few examples. Now, why this is very much prevalent or it's possible is because you have this proximity advantage, and it is easy to understand the problem what students face. Now, such ventures can be tested quickly within the campus environment. Suppose, say, for example, you go for a peer tutoring. You're good in a one subject which people are finding it difficult. Put us in that. Just try to understand from people whom they want, what they want, where they lack, and start proceeding. Only thing is you need a permission. So this is something very easy, and it is very much possible to experiment this and implement it at the earliest possible time today, because you have a huge crowd amongst you. You have a huge common cohort among you. So it's easy to test, it's easy to validate, so that this becomes a greater idea. One important tool which will benefit in this campus-based ideas are, you have word of mouth promotion. Sometimes among friends we say, no, this person has got a better idea. This person is able to do something different. So that is word of mouth promotion, and trust among your peers, your own, say, community helps you for an early growth. So collaboration with students enhances the execution. So campuses actually automatically act as live laboratories for your entrepreneurial experimentation. Now, the next one could be, like, say, a little more mature, but today this is what is ruling. Service industry. This involves offering skills or expertise to clients. Examples include digital marketing, content creation, video editing, and virtual assistants. Now, these ventures, actually, when you are having the skill, it's always better to start as a freelancer. You can do it as freelancing. I'm my boss. I can do whenever I want. But when you get into it and you find success coming in your way, it's always best to expand it into small company, which requires only a very low initial investment, so that it provides you a faster cash flow. Now, the only point in this is that you need to have a quality check. You need to have a reliability. People have to believe you. Your goodwill and reputation are the critical factors which enables you to be successful in these domains. But for this, you need to continuously upgrade your skills, because there are more competitors in this field. So now this is one main domain area where which we call it as service entrepreneurship. And this is one domain or one field where students can just like that have an idea, experiment, and start. So it's very common in among students. Then another sector, say for example, we talk about social and sustainable ideas. Now, when we say social and sustainable ideas, we talk about trying to solve problems in the society. We are more bothered about societal development. So maybe like societal, environmental, and when we try solving all these things, we still focus on the monetary aspects. We still try to allocate the ideas coining to financial viability. So examples like waste management, eco-friendly packaging, skill training, health initiatives, all these things could be a social and sustainable idea. Now, this is very common in this triple bottom line approach, what we call as TPL, people, planet, and profit, which is the triangular pyramid, which focuses on the environmental, social, and governance ESG. And today, believe me or not, anybody who picks up these ideas are definitely going to scale at a larger level, see good amount of profit coming in, even though it's a social idea, sustainable, but people are required in all these areas. Now, these enterprises, if at all you are interested, you get huge support through grants, CSR funding. Today, believe me, corporates are having huge money. And as per the government policy today, 2% of their total revenue have to be given as a CSR. Companies are coming forward to invest in such ideas, and they are more interested in these areas so that you are able to attract these investors. The only point, focal point is that you need to build upon two things. One is trust, and second one is credibility. If you are able to win over these two areas within the investors, your business is going to contribute to inclusive and sustainable development. The next one we'll see is about product based ideas. The product entrepreneurship today, that is again a market where people have the fascination and fantasy for products. Product entrepreneurship involves, say, designing, producing, and selling physical goods. As I mentioned, these are some common examples, and this requires branding. You should be able to differentiate it from what is actually available in the market so that branding and differentiation helps you, and it plays a major role in customer attraction. D2C models are available, and that's done through social media marketing, which is more effective, which is more friendly. Again, you have something very vital to have in mind. Quality, consistency, and customer feedback are very much essential for people to be loyal to you, for people to be retained for your products. So now initially what you do is you go in a small batch, a very minimum batch. You try to test, you try to understand how are they evolving, how are they agreeing, consenting to your product. And this product venture requires two things, two main things you should always have in mind. One is effective supply chain, and the other one is proper or ideal inventory management. If these two things are there, you can definitely go ahead and start something in this domain. Now, as I said, I would give you 50 plus innovative business ideas. I've just like put across 50 ideas which you can try to choose and pick up something of your area, of your interest, and start working upon it. Say maybe we call it as an AI powered personal finance coach, where it could be an application that uses AI. AI is artificial intelligence to help users budget, save, invest, and manage debt. So you are creating an app which helps in their personal finance. And this app will act like a coach, will try to tell the people, okay, this was your budget, this is your expense, this is your income, this is your saving, and this is your loan. And it tries to give them an idea how to maintain their personal finance, which today many people are not able to do. This is one idea, idea number one. So this gives the personalized financial advice. Now, idea number two, say for example, hyper-local farm to home marketplace. This is a digital platform connecting local farmers directly with nearby consumers. So you eliminate the concept of middlemen in that particular situation, so that it is giving you fresh produce, fair pricing, and reduced supply chain cost. It's a digital platform. The third thing could be subscription based healthy tiffin service. Today, amidst this Gen Z, there are a lot of people who are health conscious. And today's youth are very much conscious about maintaining their physique and being healthy, eating nutritious food. So maybe you tried creating a subscription based meal which offers nutritious home style food daily, and this gives you believe me, any food industry food idea will definitely get you more revenue, because today everybody is busy. You can target all the working professionals, students, and health conscious consumers. The next one could be smart waste segregator solutions. Maybe like say technology driven systems. You use technology that automatically separate wet, dry, recyclable waste, help the corporation and municipalities, make them understand how to improve waste management and efficiency. It's a good business. Virtual interior design studio. If at all you're from a tech background, you can do online interior designing services using 3D visualization and virtual consultations. Customers get professional designs from you without physical showroom cost. AI resume and career readiness platform. I think all of you are college students, so you should always see what is your ATS score, how much is your resume valid, what is the percentage of resume that AI could accept. So that's a platform which AI creates resume, assess your skills, and suggest you career path. This is very much of help to people who seek job, and they try to understand what are the areas where they need to develop. And this app also can give you some interview readiness. It can conduct an interview and then people can try practicing it, so that no, they gain confidence before they go for any job. Telemental health for tier 2 and tier 3. Online mental counseling. Service accessible through app or phone. Sometimes you need to give this because there's a lot of people who require psychological support in these tier 2 and tier 3. Sustainable packaging manufacturing unit, wherein no, you try using all biodegradable or recyclable materials. Today, this area is very much wanted because this is targeting FMCG, fast moving consumer goods company, food delivery, and e-commerce companies. On demand home maintenance aggregator, like say for example, you have Urban Club. The same way, you can start something. which connects plumbers, electricians, and technicians instantly, offers verified professionals with transparent pricing. So it's again a good business. Nobody has got time to sit and see all these things. If you're able to give them in one, what do you say, one package, no, they will just love it and they become a loyal customer to you. EdTech platforms for skill-based micro courses. That's the place where we are moving towards. Towards today, education is going into micro learning. You need to achieve, you need to say gain micro credentials in the area where you say it is an expertise. So people can look into that particular area. So now these are some areas where you can do, and I'll try telling another cohort where you have these facilities. Cloud kitchen for regional cuisines. We have always seen this cloud kitchen is food industry again. A delivery only, like no, for example, a platform that connects, reduces overhead cost. You can just reach a wider customer base. So this will help you to again earn more amount in case you choose this. Just give me a second. I'm just switching on the charger. So cloud kitchen, that's what I was trying to talk to you. Because people like to have their own, what we say, sons of the soil, that particular place cuisines. That's a good option. And next one is smart inventory management. For small retailers, you start creating an application which can help them to track their stock, their inventory, and predict demands automatically. This helps them to, like, no, say, like, no, load more products or avoid overstocking or reduce losses. All these things can be done by them. Now, the next one is called EV charging and battery swapping network, very much essential today because we are all moving towards e-vehicles. Infrastructure business supporting electric vehicle because that's something very much required and people are very much prone to this area. So if at all you have a good, like no, you say a decent, what is the infrastructure, this is actually a great business. Digital compliance services for MSMEs. See, micro, small, medium enterprises may not be able to, like no, observe people for high pay. If at all you are able to create an application so that no, that helps them to maintain their online services like handling GST, income tax, regulatory filings, all these things will be easy for them. So they will be staying in the business with legal compliant at a very minimum cost. Say personalized nutrition and diet planning app. Today everybody requires, isn't it? Because everybody becomes health conscious. You want to be fit and perfect. So this is an app which creates diet plans based on health goals and lifestyle. It also has the data like age, activity level, and medical history. So you will be able to customize something based on these parameters. Online marketplace for handmade and local crafts. An e-commerce platform promoting the artisan and handmade products. Supports the local livelihoods and preserves traditional crafts. This is also one emerging market because many people from the West get greatly influenced by these market. AI based customer support automation using chatbot to handle customer queries, you can do that. Reduces support cost and improves response time. Maybe as a company they will not be able to do it, but as an a consultant you will be able to better handle it. Recycling as a service business, we say RAAS, where you provide organized waste collection and recycling services to firms. Proper disposal while helping companies to meet sustainability goals. This is again a very huge market it has got. Like again, event management, like you can organize event managements and bring in people together, remote or hybrid or face to face. somebody can take all this responsibility so everything goes well. This is again attracting. Today's more youngsters are getting into this profession. Affordable co-living spaces for professionals. Sharing living spaces, I think you should know the concept of Airbnbs, concepts, all those things. So you had this Oyo rooms, all those things are something which has given room for new innovations in the market. So this is one essential place. Okay. Now, health monitoring wearables for seniors, people who can track their vital signs and alerts. This helps doctors to automatically monitor wherever these aged people are there. Online test preparation using adaptive AI, you can give them tests. Today, you have numerous competitive examinations. If you're able to have a collection of tests and automatically update those tests, people will automatically subscribe to your platform and they will start taking their tests so that they start understanding where do they exactly fit in for a particular opportunity. Now, smart water management solutions, because technology today, you have some small sensors which can help you to monitor water usage, leakage, and conservation. So, this is commonly used in apartments, industries, and smart cities. Influencer marketing and analytics platform, where you try to understand. Today, every brand has got an influencer, and how do they perform, what is the reach they are getting, and what is the return on investment. All these things, data can be given to companies. This could be again. So, what happens? Companies or brands will be able to choose the right influencer effectively. Mobile car wash and detailing service, that is also something which is very new. Doorstep car cleaning, servicing using water efficient methods. So this saves time and reduces water wastage. SaaS platform for HR and payroll automation, because all can be kept in cloud and you can maintain the HR operations for small and middle sized companies. Language learning app, because everybody today wants to learn more. Now everybody wants to have an understanding for different languages. So a digital platform or a teaching facility wherein you can just give room for all languages to be learned, and it could be engaged. Supporting cultural inclusion and communication. We say all of us are common under the country India. Online legal documentation, helping people, giving advices so that no general common public doesn't know the no compliance. You can help them. Remote tech support for SMEs, no, offering IT supports. Like sometimes people may not be literate, but they have a huge thing to be done through the flow of system that you can do it. Digital marketing agency telling the firms how to grow, how to use social media. All those things is also one good business. AI based demand forecasting tool telling them how to predict their products future demand. Sustainable fashion brand, I think this is the last 41 to 50. AI based tool, I've told you. Sustainable fashion brand. Now, recycle the materials you use to create eco conscious fashion and waste. It's a good opportunity, a very good, fast moving idea. Smart classroom solutions, providing digital boards, learning software, and analytical tools. Enhances teaching effectiveness and student engagement. Online therapy and wellness marketplace, where you connect therapists, coaches, and wellness experts who provide mental, emotional health support digitally. And this is one thing which is new. I don't know how many of you have seen this home based cloud bakery brand, wherein a small scale bakery selling through online orders only, low investment because they do it at home with high demand for customized products. Each one what they want, they do it, and it's picking up in Chennai very commonly. I don't know whether you're from Chennai, but it is something very common in Chennai. Agri-tech advisory platform for farmers, giving them the idea about what crops can be like harvested or sowed, what is the weather, what could be the pricing strategy, how you can use these the records for improving their productivity. Digital asset management for creating, trying to organize their savings in a content form, digital form, where and what it could be invested. Create IPs, and IPs is nothing but intellectual properties, and streamline the distribution. Small security. No smart. I think it's smart security and surveillance solutions. This again, AI-enabled cameras, monitoring systems for safety, normally used in home and offices and public spaces. Online subscription for organic products because everybody, every one of us are moving towards organic food because they say it is you have a huge or maybe enhanced lifespan, so everybody goes into that. So again, that will help you to build in customer loyalty because if you're able to give them real organic food products, people will be definitely loyal to you no matter the cost is whatever it is. AI based fraud deduction services, trying to understand the reduction in financial fraud because that's happening in huge. So that could be one area. You have I think, I'm sorry, this is the last one. Skill assessment and hiring platform, testing skills digitally, smart parking and management system using sensors and applications to manage parking efficiently, online tutoring market for niche subjects. No, like say somebody says AML, somebody says generative AI, somebody says agentic AI, somebody says some technological terms which if you are a master you can start online tutoring, virtual reality training for people who can improve in learning and safety training, healthcare appointments and diagnostic. You can have an app where people can book their doctors and lab tests. AI driven market research platform helps you to collect data and give it to the companies, whoever is requiring. Sustainable cleaning products, brand producers like, no, say, eco friendly products could be created. A remote work productivity tools platform like tracking. Suppose, say, for example, somebody you want to know whether people are sitting at home and working or sleeping. So create an app which constantly monitors how to track them, whether they are doing work or not. Online community platform for entrepreneurs. Bring people together. That's a good business. Whoever has got idea, whoever has got money, whoever has got collaboration, bring them together. That's again a business idea. Green energy consulting and audit firm where you try talking about ESG. Today, that's the mantra, that's the buzzword. If you're able to create a wide understanding about this concept, this becomes a business. So as told, I've given you 50 new ideas. Some ideas may be existing, but you can definitely rely upon these ideas and think which will work for you, and you can start choosing it. So these are some key government support programs. I'll just walk through very fastly because I was given only 1 hour time. I think 5-10 minutes more because I started by 8:57:5. So these are some agencies which come to your support as students if you want to obtain funding. Atal Innovation Mission that is from Nidhi Ayog. It helps you in creating innovation culture. They have got Atal Tinkering Labs, which helps you to be creative. Prototype is nothing but making the product and help you solve problems. AIC, Atal Incubation Centers, support early stage startups with mentoring. There is a people who can guide you, support you, and they help you with financial support and they give you the space for you to work. This is one platform by the government. The next one is called Nidhi, National Initiative for Developing and Harnessing Innovation, which helps students and innovators to turn their ideas into startup. They help in funding, provide seed support, that is seed money, incubation support, mentoring and networking opportunities. Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana PMMY, which gives you a collateral-free loans. There is no need for any security for this. You can just, if you have an idea, just get the money done. This is one area where you can do it. And this is actually not for students also, but for student found people who are having any need for capital. Startup India and associate schemes, if you have a DPIIT recognition, you can go ahead with that. Startup seed fund is given, credit guarantee scheme for startups is given. Without all these things and without any collateral, you need not pledge anything, you need not give any security. Digital India Genesis is the government program focused on deep tech startups. If at all you're interested in the emerging areas like AI, IoT, and robotics, Digital India Genesis helps you. It gives you offers for equity linked funding. Government also will have a stake in your idea. So that is one way of promoting you to become more creative and innovative. State level innovation policies, there are different states, almost each and every state has got a policy. So they start running over that. And these are some states, for just to give an example: EDI, TN has got some funding. I have Gujarat has got some funding. And government linked support beyond funding is like campus summits and ecosystem events where you conduct hackathons, ideathons, or maybe you become a part of the EDC club and you start doing it. So all these things helps you with money, idea, networking, support, mentoring, everything extra. Now, how as students you can take advantages, get the DPIT startup recognition. If you get it early, you will be able to get all the funds. You can apply for it. You can use all the government or private incubators, incubations people keep on calling. So that you can always go into that and get it done. You can participate in all these events, pitch events, everything, so that you are able to show your ideas so that people come automatically and they help you in getting it. This DPIITS, Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade. If you are able to get a startup number from there, you will be able to be more successful in all your ventures. Now, this is how you do, this is how you start. Normally, what happens is that you need to identify the real problems. As I told you, no, you need to identify the real problems, what is happening on a day-to-day basis, list down all the problems, make it as a broadened view, start thinking, which is going to give you the more pain. That's what we say. Selecting the most painful problem promotes prioritization. Discussion, have group discussion so that no, we doesn't know, have a brainstorming where people come together and start giving more ideas, more information about a particular problem, and this will definitely help you to build up confidence so that you will understand that everybody is coming out with the idea and just start validating which idea is good. This could be one way. Another way is validation ensures that the problem is real and worth solving. First, find out who is facing this problem, that is their target customer. Then understand what are the existing solutions is already there and try to find out what are the gap in the solution, why this is still a pain, why this is still a problem, and that will help you to create a maybe a service or a product. Definitely people will be willing to pay more because it is something which is solving their pain points. So this is again a better way. You can start understanding, interacting with people and know. And this is how we try understanding the concept called as lean startup thinking. When we say lean startup thinking, you are trying to do something based on the requirement as and when this emerging. Now, say for example, some examples, if you see as a student only, Zomato started as Foodie Bay, got into the when these founders were there as students, they understood there are a lot of problem in understanding what are the menus, and that's how they started. And today you see the market for Zomato. The second student case could be boat. I think all of you will be using it, both earpods and earphones. Again, when they were as a student only, they started thinking this idea: affordable audio, strong branding, and youth focused market. So this is how these ideas bloom, and hope you are also in one that particular stage. Now, this idea has to get converted as a startup. Now, how do you do it? The idea, from idea to startup, it begins with validation. That's the first step. We call it as MVP, minimum viable product, that has to be tested with minimal resources. When you do this, the next stage is called prototyping. This helps you to refine the solution based on feedback. People may give their own ideas. People may tell this is not solving this is having this error, this problem, that problem. So that will help you to refine it, and you create or you make a prototype, launch it to the real users so that no, you will understand what is the pros and cons of your idea or a product. Continuous improvement, that's the mantra, continuous improvement and iteration following the launch. For that, you need three essential parameters, three essential quality. One is discipline, second one is patience, and the third one is customer focus. If these three are there, definitely your idea will get into a greater scale. I think funding options for students, we had already seen who are the people. From the government point of view, bootstrapping, it involves self-funding. You may have little money and you can invest that in that, so that no, it makes you to have financial discipline. When it's becoming your own money, you know how to spend it. Again, you have grants and competitions helps you in giving you more facilities. Incubators offers mentorship. This angel investors, they try and support you provided your ideas are good. They provide you the early stage capital, but again, they will take a stake in your unit. So funding should follow traction, not just ideas. So one main point is that your financial discipline should be there. Only then you can be successful. Now, I think I'm there at the last slide, call to action. So you start discussing with your friends, peers. You should be able to select one idea that resonates with them. And taking a small first step builds momentum. Talk to people, understand their pain points, try exploring it more, and try to talk to people to know the clarity in that, document it, try reflecting upon it again and again, become a part of an EDC cell or incubation cell, find out good mentors for you who can support you in all your transition. And again, two main say qualities required. One is consistency, and another one is long term commitment. If this is there, definitely you will become an entrepreneur. And believe me, entrepreneurship begins with action. That's why I've given you as call to action. You need to delve upon, you need to start. There is no question of only thinking and just leaving it. You have to start. Got it? I think I've given you the entire glimpse of what is what. Now, if at all you have any questions, you can ask me. Thank you. I'm done. So, if at all you have any queries, you please ask me. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Ma'am, really I like this idea and I admire everything you said. But I also created a tool which called Void. I made this product like a self-confidential tool. Most people in this generation are filled with stimulation. I may suffer this product problem, so I am created this. Like most of the people, like how can I say this? They procrastinate everything, and through some reels, they think they are high, they're superior themselves. That is a problem I faced, and I came from that. And I have to live a simple life, like a simple man. Man, I don't want to be like feel something. I don't want to perform discipline like that. I have to be simple and honest with myself. If you be honest and use my product, you genuinely improve yourself. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. You are asking me. First of all, your voice was very meek. I could not hear you with clarity, but I understand that you have developed some simulation tool. Am I right, Rahul?
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, there's a gap in between. Okay, fine. Next. Anybody else has got anything to ask and solve? asked a question. There's a website. There's any website that our ideas already exist or not? Now, see, there are some ideas which are always like something for the first of its kind. But if you want to check whether the idea already exists, you need to do a deep research and understand. That's what I was trying to tell you. Find out what is the pain point in the already existing system. It's not that everybody brings in something new. No, still with whatever is already existing, we can try finding out what is the maybe the new thing which you can bring in, which will attract people. So try doing a deep research. Only then you will know whether whatever idea you said is practically viable, possible to execute, and if it is already there, what are its research, what are the gaps it is there, and from there you start taking out what could be done better for those customers to be your customers, and that's how you do it. There is no definite, see, we cannot cover a website which tells you all the ideas or all the businesses in the world. You have to see, you have to do research in your domain and see what is existing, what is overlapping with your idea, and then try to understand where lies the pain point and from where you can scale it up. I think it's Shiva Kumar. Are you convinced? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, please. It's nice to see you all. In the evening on a weekend, sitting and listening to something which could turn and change your life. So happy to see you all. You're on mute, ma'am. Yeah, thank you. You're most welcome. Thank you so much. Yeah.